now.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the school board. As a faculty, we have designed a program that we believe will improve our school culture by targeting the development of our students' personal and social capabilities. Our school is comprised of students from culturally and linguistically diverse backgrounds, many of whom are from low socioeconomic households. 2016 NAPLAN data shows our Year 9 students' results were below the Australian school average. Although we cannot solely rely on NAPLAN data to inform change, we must acknowledge the link between context and academic success. The school's ICSEA value is below the national average, which indicates our student population has a low educational advantage. We need to motivate students to achieve academic and personal success. The school is currently aiming to increase student retention rates through professional learning and targeted support for students. Although these strategies have contributed to an increase, we need to establish a goal of improving school culture in partnership with our students. The goal is to increase the capabilities of the current Year 10 cohort before they are required to make critical decisions about senior school and their future. We have chosen Year 10 as the pilot group with the intention to eventually roll out our program across all year groups. The program is projected to take place across the whole school year with the three main parts, including professional development and curriculum connections, a PBL initiative, and an excursion and reflection. The program is underpinned by the UBD framework, as students must transfer their learning in authentic situations through the PBL initiative. Attributes outlined by Pink have also influenced the program's design and direction. According to Pink, the development of empathy must accompany the development of logic and critical thinking. The fourth attribute identified by Pink is the ability to play. The focus of play is on process rather than product and relationships rather than outcome. Teachers should focus on student engagement and reception towards new strategies through observations and open discussions. This reflects Pink's belief that by focusing on activity rather than the result, a willingness to take risks will take place. The philosophy of the program views school change as a shared responsibility of all stakeholders, including our students. We want to be pioneers in this kind of learning that inspires student leaders. The project vision is to bridge the gap for students with less educational advantage.
The aim of our program is to encourage teachers in all curriculum areas to integrate personal and social strategies into the syllabus content. In order to encourage teachers to adapt to PBL, professional development is key, as we need to use strategies which engage our students and make the learning relevant to them. We propose that we have regular professional development sessions amongst all staff members throughout the academic year, where we will be able to reflect, adapt, and implement various teaching strategies. During these meetings, teachers will have the opportunity to share their best practice for the rest of the cohort. The best practice will be a time where they have incorporated PBL into a lesson and received positive outcomes. Throughout each professional development session, teachers will share their best strategies, work collaboratively to create new ones, and even share their negative experiences so they can discuss why it didn't work and what could be changed.
During the English classes, students will undertake a project titled Chifley College Initiative. This project will require students to brainstorm and research social issues that impact the Mount Druitt local area and broader community. As a result, students will apply meaning to socially relevant issues in modern society. This will promote social responsibility and empower students to make a difference. With guidance from their teachers, students will devise an action plan and timeline to address the issue. This project could be used to support an existing cause such as Are You OK Day to promote positive health and suicide prevention, or White Ribbon Day to raise awareness for multicultural acceptance. Students will also work in groups to compose advertising campaigns on the chosen issues that will be displayed publicly at assembly, in the classroom, around the school, and in the newsletter. An example has been presented on the slide for you. This is done to prepare students for the school incursion. The permission note has also been constructed and is also shown on the slide. Students will set up stalls and allocate roles for groups of students as a way to raise funds in support of the issue being addressed within the community. On a social level, students work collaboratively to make decisions, working effectively in teams, solving problems, devising solutions, and presenting their solution to authentic audiences. which increases PSC as they learn the necessary 21st century skills.
Suitcase Stories is a performance which provides students with the opportunity to step into the world of real-time stories and refugee experiences from places such as Iraq, Syria, and Sudan. The performance consists of multiple first-hand stories which were directed by the refugee students themselves with the aim of sharing their stories and making a difference in the world. This tool will allow students to empathize with the protagonist and understand what they went through. By acquiring empathy and gaining that insight, students will become aware of real-time experiences and create sensitivity and awareness around what is happening. This will help students relate these problems with their personal experiences and see relevance in what they're learning.
Our intention is to adopt a holistic approach for which teacher and student perspectives will be presented. The reflective journals will produce qualitative data and the teacher surveys quantitative data. Each participant will sign a consent form and they will be able to withdraw their participation anytime. The students will be required to complete a reflective journal task. According to Minot, the reflective process is regarded as a cognitive orientation, activating students' thinking and interpretational skills, which give meaning to situations or events. The social learning theory posits that while learning occurs through the behavioral and cognitive processes, the actions occurring in the social setting are interdependent to that learning. It is this learning which we aim our students to critically evaluate. We want the students to respond to social issues and commence thinking about how a social condition leads to learning and how this learning changes our social attitude. According to Brun, van der Schaaf, Oostenban, and Prince, the reflective method as a critical consideration of an actual experience can promote new insight and skills. The authors claim that transformative learning is accomplished through reflection, and the reflection changes the structure of one's assumptions. Furthermore, reflective practices create new horizons to develop initiated strategies through self-regulation. The self-regulation and initiated strategies help the students become independent learners and leaders of smaller societal structures. Consequently, the teachers will participate in a survey where the central focus is the teachers' voices regarding the process of instilling cultural competency in the students. According to Efren and Ravid, we as stakeholders have the opportunity to explore the success of the project by conducting action research within the educational setting. In doing so, we explore the strengths and weaknesses of the program and reorganize it or add elements that will enhance the quality of it. We step back and examine the effectiveness of the program. According to Kane and Harris, the action research stimulates change as we are the witnesses of an issue while it occurs.
The benefits to schools included more communication between students, teachers, and school staff to embed personal and social capabilities into lessons. Teacher surveys and student reflection journals record, measure, and assess the product. An improved school culture where teachers and students are encouraged to collaborate more often, produce meaningful strategies for personal and social capabilities. Opportunities for schools to connect and contribute to the local community and social causes that are unique to the area. The benefits to students include improvements to student self-efficacy in schooling achieved by encouraging student independent learners, a school culture that encourages their autonomy and teachers that acknowledge their contributions, authentic learning experiences where students can connect with peoples and causes relative to their community, reflection journals to record students' thoughts and feelings during the PBL task. Ongoing benefits to the program. The program proposes a teacher-led initiative that addresses personal and social capabilities in high school. Our team designed a program that implements a project-based learning task which aims to improve students' PSC, and it engages relevant student skills to that area. We wanted to establish a positive and collaborative school culture by designing a program that facilitates more communication channels between students and teachers. We also implemented reflexive evaluation methods to assess the program. Our product encourages student leaders by influencing students to become more socially confident. It enables them to explore relevant social issues in their community. This program will improve fundamental PSCs, such as student self-efficacies and student autonomy, to establish a more collaborative and meaningful school culture for now and the future. Okay.